Alright everyone, this is going to be my first recording, and as you can see I'm having a crack at Volgarr the Viking. Now, I haven't finished Volgarr yet, but I've played it for a few hours. I've gotten somewhere to around the middle of second world. For those of you who haven't seen this game, I'm just gonna go through the tutorial. Volgarr is a Viking. He has a sword, and a shield, and a ludicrous number of spears he can throw. Now, an important part about the spears is that they stick in walls when thrown, which is a major thing because they become platforms. If you're too close to the wall, spear breaks, and you can break the spears while they're there. The shield can absorb 2 blows. In its current state, as you can see, it's a wooden shield. 2 hits and it's gone. But anything that hits the shield won't hit Volgarr, so allows you to absorb a few attacks. Now this is a Mjolnir shield, or I don't know, it's an improved shield anyway, that can absorb an infinite number of hits. It is invulnerable. Also, it allows me to charge my spears, making them quite a lot more powerful. Now, generally, when you take a hit, you will lose 1 upgrade. The shield counts as a single shield. So if I take a hit now that isn't blocked by my shield, I will lose my shield. I won't be left with the wooden shield, I'll be left with nothing. This is too low for me to go through. So by crouching and jumping, I can do a roll. By jumping again in the air, I can do a somersault kind of thing, which also doubles as an attack. So let's enter first world. So here we are. As you can see, there's a warp to the left that will allow me to skip to second world, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna play it properly. Green ones take 1 hit, easy. Blue one, bit trickier, takes 2 hits. Now, there are only the blues that there are, but the greens, as you can see, will keep spawning continuously. So just sticking around won't really allow me to clear or provide a safe path. I can hit things just off screen with my spears, which is why I'm just throwing them out randomly. Ropes, kind of weird. You can't climb on a rope from standing, but if you jump onto a rope, you go into climb mode. So here we go down. There's a chest down here. Just want to get rid of these bees. Oh, shit. There we go. Since I already have the shield, my next upgrade will instead be the Viking helmet. The Viking helmet, as far as I've been able to tell, doesn't do anything. What it does is just serves as another upgrade. So if I take a hit while wearing the helmet, I will lose the helmet instead of my shield. So in that way you could call it an extra hit point, and you wouldn't be all that wrong. Now these things are of course spikes. You don't want to end up in spikes. Nice example of blocking. And thanks to a friend of mine, I've managed to find out this secret. Here we go. And Mjolnir. Now this means that if I take a hit right now, the hit won't actually count, and instead I'll just shoot energy out in all directions, killing enemies. Pretty powerful, but it is a one-shot sort of deal. Now the way to the right with the plant is where I actually need to go, but I just want to go over here first because... Damn it, Cartman. Alright, as you can see, I wasn't quite high enough, so I'll just put another spear. There we go. Fucking bees everywhere. Fuck off, bee. Go. And there's a spider over there. I don't know if I can hit it. I could. Okay. And that gives me the last of the simple power-ups, Flaming Sword, which is pretty basic. It just means all my hits count twice now. So I'll be killing greens and blues alike with a single hit. Also these plants, they usually take 5 hits. 1, 2, 3. Set up some spears. This guy's coming down for a nice demonstration of the fire sword. Dead spider. And the easy way to get through here. There we go. For this jump, You'll notice I did the second jump late. If you do it too early, you won't get the distance. Again, basic stuff. Go away, B. Now these are reds. Reds will usually take actually 3 hits, but because I have the upgraded sword, it takes 2. This chest only has treasure in it because I already have the upgrades. However, oh shit, I got hit, and there you see what happens when I get hit having Mjolnir. So it kind of cancelled the hit. There's only treasure in chests for me right now. However, the way this works is, oh, gotta focus, is that there are going to be several... Ah, lost my train of thought. Once I've picked up several chests with nothing but treasure, there's going to be a warrior spirit, or Valkyrie spirit. And if I gather those up, I will be on Path of the Valkyrie instead of Path of the Crystal, as it's called right now. As you may have noticed, the checkpoint at the start of the level was a big crystal. And the way that works is that if I'm on Path of the Valkyrie, then my number of Valkyrie souls is my lives. Right now I have infinite lives, but on Path of the Valkyrie I only have a set number of lives. Why would I want that? Well, because apparently finishing on Path of the Valkyrie gives a better ending. And that's about it. So if you care about endings, it's really something to go for. Also, there's no real opportunity cost, because if I'm on Path of the Valkyrie and I run out of lives, all that happens is I go back on... go back on Path of the Crystal. So, no harm, no foul. And that is the end of the first half of the first level. Second half, here we go. Now why did that spear just disappear into thin air? I wonder. Can't get in there. Now, you'll notice I'm having a pretty easy time of this. It was actually tricky figuring out all the different interactions. It's just that I've already invested hours into getting this... Oh, there we go! Valkyrie Spirit! And I have 1 life. There we go. Got a platform to get up here. And this is... It's not really tricky, but you have to roll under to go over there. But you can't climb without putting a spear there first. So... the game is going to start asking this of the player, to have a bit of foresight and check ahead. Here's a timing thing. Now I could crouch while going down and block it with my shield, but what I'm actually gonna do is just time it right, so they don't apply to me. Another spitter plant. Die. And I know there's a red guy coming. Fuck off. And yeah, the charged spear is pretty powerful. It has, I think, 4 hits worth of damage. So that's why I could just send him flying. So, lizardmen. Poison dart traps. Really has kind of, I don't know, a kind of Indiana Jones feel to it. It's like a Viking on an Indiana Jones adventure. Treasure in this game does or doesn't do anything, depending on what you value. They are basically high score fodder. So if you care about high scores, then collect treasure. If you don't, then just go for completion. I do care about high scores, but I'm not gonna bother with them on this run. I'm just going to try and complete the game, and once, if I ever manage to complete the game, then I will start worrying about things like... Oh shit! Oh, I'm fucking everything up. Ah. And I screwed up and I'm horrible and bad. And there you have it, that's how bad it can go. Back to the last checkpoint with only a shield. Anyway, as I was saying, if I ever manage to complete this game, then I'm going to start to look into stuff like high scores and speed runs and all that. For now, I'm just trying to get the hang of the levels and complete them. And I start all over with the cycle of power-ups. So, having the wood shield, I automatically get the improved shield as my next power-up. Oh. My timing is really off. Oh, here we go. Under. Off B. And this means the red guy coming here could actually be a bit It takes more effort to kill the plants, and the red guy is going to be a bit more tricky if I don't catch him with the spear, because taking 3 hits, he can actually be hard to take out in melee. Even if I can block his attacks, sometimes they'll just walk straight into you, and that ignores your shield. Now we have the helmet for an extra hit of protection. And the shield can actually block while you're climbing as well, but it will only block the area that the shield actually covers. So you're still kind of exposed, I guess. Ah! Stop being bad at games. Oh, got him. If I was a treasure hunter, I'd be going down for that bit of treasure, but... So, this is gonna be just another helmet. I don't get the flaming sword, because I was an idiot and lost my helmet. I got the bee this time. Right. Now, this place is actually pretty tricky. You can't climb up these ropes, because the seeds will get you. Oh. So what you do is get a spear here, climb up here, and then you throw your spear down here, and as you can see, that's going to start blocking the projectiles. And while I can easily destroy the shield with my sword, this actually won't. So that's impregnable. So I'm just gonna... Oh, not what I meant to do. I'm gonna kill these plants. I can actually progress just by climbing up and ignoring the plants. But from exploring, I know that if I get past these plants and go that route, there's treasure waiting. Not just money treasure, but a treasure chest with an upgrade. And I love my upgrades. Oh. Oh, and there's a bee. Fuck you, bee. And I said I wasn't gonna collect treasure, now I'm doing it anyway. It's just typical. And that is really stupid. Why did I do that? Go away, spider. Up. Up. I kind of actually have some trouble with this game just because I'm used to Street Fighter, so I'm used to down back for blocking, and it's not the same in this game, but it's similar enough that I'm dumb enough that I sometimes hold down back to block. The problem with that is that when I hold down back, I'm turning away from the enemy, so shield is on my back. I haven't quite figured out this timing yet. Or maybe I have. Cool. That's the first time I haven't had to shield those hits. Oh fuck, a bee. Not the bees. So, as you might expect, the first world is kind of short, so we're actually nearing the end of it now. And that is provided I can actually beat the boss. Because this being an old school arcadey kind of game, has boss fights. A word on what I'm doing here. I'm gonna play Volgarr from time to time. I'm only gonna play it for like half an hour or an hour. Probably 20 minutes, half an hour. So it'll fit in one recording. And when I stop and when I start again, I'm not gonna use the warp to progress. At least not for now. I might change my mind. So, kind of being loyal to the game's arcadey intentions. Starting over from scratch like it's intended. Man, this guy. I actually had a lot of trouble with this boss fight at first. And that is World 1 of Volgarr the Viking. Down comes the treasure, and I think I'm on Path of the Crystal. I mean, I had the 1 life and I lost that, so I think I'm dead. And tons of money. And then we get teleported to our home base. And I don't need to pick up that treasure, that's just a representation of what I gathered during my quest. Pardon me. Yeah. That was the first world. So let's have a crack at second world. Second world, as you'll notice, different environments, also different enemies with different traits. These guys, the reason I'm spearing them is they have really superior range on their attacks. So I kind of have a tough time taking them out in hand to hand. These oysters, when you get near, they're gonna squiggle for a while, then they're gonna open and throw a pearl. And of course they are impregnable unless they're open. The blue ones still only take one hit, but they have the trait that they jump higher, and they will actually jump in reaction to spears, so they are quite a bit more tricky. It took me the longest time to get the timing on that down. I had a lot of trouble with this. The red guys still only take one hit. These frogmen or whatever they are aren't that tough. But this guy's just gonna lunge at me at the ground, and I fucked up. What I was supposed to do was this. So, as you'll notice, I said that a hit takes away your last upgrade, but I lost both my shield and my improved sword there, because the improved sword, while obviously an upgrade, doesn't count as an upgrade for purposes of getting hit. You lose that whenever you get hit. Oh, screwed that one up big time. And I am losing it. I am terrible at video games. Notice how he jumps when I throw at him. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Oh, shit. There we go. And I think this is gonna be the last run, just to keep it brief here at first. So if I die now, that's going to be the end of the first recording. You go away. Now I need to progress right, but there's a chest up here, and I am badly in need of upgrades. Oh, I'm also badly in need of jumping lessons, apparently. That was like the easiest jump ever, and I missed it. Oh well. There you go. Now, wooden shield, as I said, only takes 2 hits, so you still want to not get hit. And here, this is actually not a boss fight, this is just a big enemy. And that should do it, and you. And this is where it starts getting really, really tricky. This is one of the sections I had the most trouble with. Yeah, I missed it. And I'm dead. Alright, well, everyone, thanks for watching. That is my first recording of Volgarr the Viking. There will be more to come in the future.